It's finally August, and guess where we're going? We decided to cross the big pond and visit UK. We will spend 4 days in England and 3 days in Scotland. We will be visiting London and an ancient Stonehenge in England. And in Scotland, we will be staying at Edinburgh and venture out on a whole day trip to Highlands and famous Loch Ness Lake. Hopefully, we'll be lucky enough to find a famous monster Nessie. Stay tuned for our upcoming adventures.
Tip 1. Things not to do. Don't spend $50 at the airport bar in New Jersey before you even leave the trip.
Yep, not worth it. Not worth it. You're right. Wisdom from Eric. Eric is ready for takeoff. Oh, he's lost.
I don't think there's a line yet.
So we're flying to London through Icelandair today. We're gonna do a review of this airline because it's our first time flying. Right, Eric? Stay tuned. But first we have to get there, of course. We will be flying with Icelandair Airline for the first time. In this video, I'll be doing a review of this airline. We love Iceland as a country so much that I guess we have kind of high expectations from the airline as well. Well, let's see, shall we? A nice bar.
When I flew to Germany, turn it off.
Let me know.
We had to take a bus. The plane was in the middle of the runway.
Oh yeah, we did it in Iceland, remember?
Yeah. We went to Frankfurt in Germany. It was a huge
Very cool. I think it's an Airbus. Icelandair is generally considered a safe airline. It has a strong safety record and has been recognized in the top 10 safest low-cost airlines. Icelandair pilots are also known for being well-trained, especially for flying in challenging Icelandic weather conditions. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Nice fluffy pillow. They give you a nice blanket for the nighttime. We departed Newark Airport at 8:25 p.m. and had a stopover in Keflavik, Iceland with 1.5 hour layover. Then we flew to London for another 3 hours and landed in Heathrow Airport. Since it was an overnight flight, they gave us pillows and nice little blankets. I have to admit that I'm usually very cold on these overnight flights, but it wasn't that cold this time, but I still used the blanket for a cozy experience. We bought economy standard tickets, so the seat selection in the rear section of the plane were included in price. We chose 3 middle seats so the 3 of us could sit together. However, if you would like to sit at the front or at the center of the plane, you'd have to pay extra. Every seat was equipped with a screen where you could watch movies, order food, or listen to music during your flight. Before we could do that, we had to watch ads for places and restaurants that Iceland has to offer to visitors. Seeing Blue Lagoon commercial brought me good memories from our epic trip to Iceland in 2023. When it comes to movies, we found the selection to be a bit outdated and not too great, to be honest. So if you are a bit specific about what to watch during flights, I'd recommend to download your own movies or shows from the streaming apps at home and not rely on an airline selection. Their movies are split into sections like action, thriller, comedy, kids, etc. So if you like something, all you have to do is to click on it and it'll play. They didn't have any headphones to offer on the plane, so make sure you bring your own. Our all-time favorite feature, of course, is to watch the progress of our flight. You can always click on it on the screen and watch your plane flying. It also shows time, elevation, and the speed of the plane. We were delighted to see that our flight will be arriving ahead of its scheduled time. Good job, Icelandair! Icelandic water, cheers! Well, so far, Icelandair is pretty nice. I gotta say, the seats are comfortable. You know, they give you a blanket and a pillow and water, and you can watch some movies and all kinds of stuff. It seems nice, comfortable seats, not too much space for legs, but like it's comfortable, honestly. So of course now a mandatory bathroom review. Here we go. Have some napkins. Just kind of like a small bathroom, but you know, it has everything you need, including some soap, the toilet paper. So yeah, not bad. What else we got here? Throwing our bag. And the menu.
Hi guys,
I am filming now, right? Would you like to say something to the audience?
Hello.
To your friends? Let's see what they got. Find some food, some drinks. That's it? Alcohol. Our first part of the flight was coming to an end as we were about to land in Keflavik, Iceland. We all were happy because we wanted to stretch our legs and have a meal finally. And a proper big coffee, all latte, that's for sure. Jaden was particularly happy because he was a bit anxious flying after a year break in between the trips. And of course, watching the news lately on TV doesn't help. I know that a lot of people get anxious about flying. How do you guys deal with that, and what's your ways of coping with the fear? Please let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear your thoughts. We found some delicious pizza, and of course we had to get soda with Icelandic names on it. Which name you picked? Out of Coca-Cola.
I don't know.
Which one sounds
Very
as
hard,
close as possible
since they're like not American.
to your own
really at
name?
all.
Lilo, like my sister.
Maybe Voldemary.
Let me see. Voldemari.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's a football.
Confirmed.
Alright, it was time to change for flight number 2 going to London Heathrow. We had to take a bus to have a second plane that would take us to London. But first we had to survive this crazy wind outside in Iceland. It's definitely no joke. Let's go. Which way are you going? Wait, we are 30. So we're going there?
14.
Wait, where's JJ? The wind outside was so crazy we thought we were gonna lose our hair, for real. What do you think about this wind? Yeah, it's like 90 degrees in New York and Jersey. This is Iceland. Right, JJ, almost inside. Much better now.
Yes.
Still tangly, but we need to brush it, right? We're still on it. The strongest winds of Iceland. And finally, it's time for our flight number 2 going to London Heathrow Airport, our final destination. The excitement was getting stronger and stronger as we started flying over Scotland and getting closer and closer to London. My backpack could barely fit under the seat in front of me, but it was totally fine as our second flight was only 2.5 hours. The seats were pretty comfortable and had adjustable head support. Here we are, finally arrived. Thank you Icelandair for taking us to London safely and in comfort. That was very nice, the seats were comfortable and overall we had a great experience. The only thing that I wish it would be great if they served a small snack during the overnight flight. Also I have to mention that they forgot to load in my checked-in bag into the last flight on the way home. I called the airline upon arrival and they officially resolved this issue. Their customer service was very nice and helpful and I got my luggage delivered 2 days later to our home in New Jersey. It's okay, sometimes this stuff happens when you travel. It's all part of the journey. And now that we are in London, let the adventures begin. Thank you for watching guys, I hope you found this information helpful. Please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see our upcoming adventures that I'll be posting soon. Bye!